What is good, y'all? Welcome back to the Heat Report, and welcome back to a brand new video where we talk about all things Miami Heat related. We do have a little bit of news to get through, but the main part of this video is going to be me grading each player on the Miami Heat through the first half of the season. Obviously, as we know, it is the All-Star break right now. The season for the NBA starts tomorrow, but the Miami Heat actually play their first game in the second half of the season on Thursday. I'm not sure against who, but I can quickly find out for you right now. But off the top of my head, it is on Thursday that the Miami Heat play. They play the Orlando Magic on Thursday. And I think that's at home. So, yeah, if you guys didn't know about, the schedules, the Miami Heat do have the second easiest schedule in the NBA in the second half of the season, while having the sixth hardest schedule in the first half of the season. So that should be a little bit easier for us. But even before I get into the schedules and the rumors and the grades, make sure y'all leave a like and subscribe. You guys have absolutely been killing it with the support. I appreciate you guys. Leave a comment down below what y'all thought about this video. So, like I said, the Miami Heat do have the second easiest schedule in the NBA in the second half of the season, after having the sixth hardest in the first half of the season. I do think this is a W because, obviously easier schedule, right? These are all winnable games that could push us to a top four seed spot. But the thing we know about the Heat is that sometimes they do tend to play down to their competition. They only turn up sometimes against the big teams. So it's going to be tough. It's not going to be a cakewalk against any of these teams because every team is capable of beating the other team. In the NBA, there's no game is a cakewalk. So we're gonna have to take these seriously. We got to take these. We got to take our schedule to advantage of our schedule, because the second easiest schedule doesn't get better than that. So hopefully we can capitalize on that. Also, some rumors. Nikola Vucevic is a name that the Heat are apparently monitoring. Now I'm gonna call this the team that monitors everyone, because we've been in talks with every player, every team about some specific player. Blake Griffin just got signed to the Nets a couple days ago, so that's off the board. But Nikola Vucevic. Now, my quick thoughts on this. I like his fit next to Bam. He does give us some more size. Just a matter of who you're trying to give up. It just came out today that the Magic are not trying to trade Vucevic, so maybe that's dead. But I mean, we're one of the teams who had interest in Vucevic, so we'll see how that pans out. Let me know what your thoughts on Vucevic, because I do think he'd be a good fit next to Bam. PJ Tucker. Some rumors coming out from Bleacher Report saying that the Houston Rockets want Tyler Hero or Duncan Robinson in exchange for PJ Tucker. Now, I don't know what PCP the Rockets are smoking, because that's not going to happen. I'll reassure you guys, we're not trading Tyler Hero or Duncan Robinson for PJ Tucker if we didn't trade them for James Harden. So PJ Tucker is averaging 4 points per game. I don't even think he's better than Olynyk right now. I do think he'd fit our team more than Olynyk, but he's not getting traded for Tyler Hero or Duncan Robinson. I'm sorry. I love PJ Tucker on the team, though. If the Rockets chill out with their expectations of what they want from us back, like, PJ Tucker would be a good fit, but it looks unlikely with what the Rockets want back from us. But you still have names like Aaron Gordon, Harrison Barnes, Thaddeus Young, Otto Porter, other names. I think I might even be forgetting some people that could play that 4 spot and do it well for us. So hopefully we can take advantage of the market this year. DeMarcus Cousins as well. So yeah, hopefully we can take advantage of the market, because there are a lot of power forwards / centers who could fit well next to Bam Adebayo, Nikola Vucevic, like I mentioned before. So now that all the rumors are out the way, we have to address the Meyers Leonard situation. Just came out in the afternoon what the situation was. I did watch the video. If you guys didn't watch the video, he basically uttered a racial slur towards, I think, Jewish people or something. It was some anti-Semitic slur while he was playing Call of Duty. Now, obviously, having no other context apart from the video, what he said was unacceptable. It doesn't matter if it's Call of Duty. I play Call of Duty. I play it every day, every other day, and y'all know what Call of Duty parties are like. Sometimes it can get heated, right? But that's no excuse. It's race is something that's you can't utter those words, and hopefully he'll learn from his mistakes. He's injured right now, so that's less drama we have to worry about. But the Heat are investigating the situation, and hopefully everything comes through clean with that. Still puzzled on why we paid this man $10 million. Like, I have no clue. So yeah, I mean, hopefully the situation gets resolved because, we need him on the court. We're not going to get him on the court this year, but maybe next year if we accept that team option, which I don't want to. It's 10 million. We'll see what happens. He's always a good locker room guy to have. The players love him, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. And for everyone who's saying it's because there's no correlation to him not kneeling in the bubble with the anthem. The reason he didn't kneel in the bubble was because of his brother being in the military. I don't think it had anything to do with what he said last night in his stream. So, yeah, I don't think there's any correlation with that. But hopefully he'll learn his lesson with that, what he said. But let's get into the grades, man. And I'm just gonna go 1 through 15 every player, and we'll see where we're at. And I'm not gonna grade a player. Some of these players I don't really know what to give them because they missed a lot of time. So I might just give them like not available or like pending or something like that, because I have no clue what to give Myers Leonard. I have no clue what to give Chris Silva, guys who haven't even been on the court. We'll start off with Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler is the leader of this team. And like I said, we're not doing this based on his injuries. I can't grade a player lower because he's been injured. That'd be unfair to them. Jimmy Butler, when he's been on the court, A plus, whatever you want to give him, in that range. Anything lower than an A is not acceptable for Jimmy Butler, because when he's been on the court, we have looked so much a better team, man. He's our best player. He's our most important player, whatever you want to call it. He's the heart and soul of the team. I'll take that back. He's not the heart and soul of the team. Bam is. But he's the guy that, makes us go. And he's our leader. Closed out the game against the Pelicans the other day. We're going to need him big. We're going to need him big. We're going to need him to stay healthy. Hopefully his COVID situation is gone. But yeah, Jimmy Butler having a great season, man. When he's been on the court, I'd go as far as to say he's been an MVP candidate when he's been healthy. So yeah, shout out to Jimmy Butler. A/A plus for him. Let's move on to Bam Adebayo. Now, Bam Adebayo, I'm going to give him an A as well. I do think when Bam has been on the court, he's been a very impactful player. Now, sometimes he's been, he hasn't been, as aggressive as you'd want him to be. But I think, he's upped everything, his statistical categories, his defense. He's been a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Miami Heat actually uploaded a 5-minute video of his defense. I suggest you guys go check that out. I saw it on Instagram. It might be on Twitter too, but go check that out because he's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. I know our defense might not be the best because our players have missed a lot of time, but individually he's been an amazing defender for us. He's been our anchor, heart and soul of the team, the engine of the team. So Jimmy gets an A plus, Bam gets an A. Tyler Hero is a very interesting case. I do think some of our fans are very hard on Tyler Hero. He can't really control whether he gets traded for James Harden or not. That's on the front office. But I certainly don't think he's underperforming. He's having a good season, in my opinion. He's averaging 17 to 18 points per game, which is a very good number for a second-year player. And he's taken the role of being that sixth man, and him and Dragic have shared that bench role, and they've been absolutely excellent when they're coming off the bench. Obviously, making that adjustment to be the starting point guard, it's a very tough adjustment because, Tyler Hero, I don't really think he's a point guard. He's a scorer. He's a guy that just gets a bucket. That's what Tyler Hero is. He's a bucket. So when he's been utilized well, he's been playing really well. Some nights, against, in this little stretch when he's just come back, he's been trying to get his feet wet because he's just coming back from an injury. So I'm not gonna hold that against him. I'm gonna give him a B. I do think he's having a great season. B/B plus. Y'all decide, because I'm gonna give him a B plus. I'm gonna bump it up to a B plus because the next player I'm gonna give him a B. But for Tyler Hero, B plus. I do think he's having a good season. Improved in a lot of things. Defense needs improvement from Tyler though. That's what we want to see. Duncan Robinson, I'm gonna give him a B. I do think that he's not shooting the ball as well this year, but the reason his score is high, his grade is higher, is because I don't know if y'all peeped his defense, but I do think he's upped his defense. Duncan Robinson has definitely become a better defender from last year. He competes on the defensive end a lot, Duncan Robinson. I don't think teams are going at him as much anymore. And when they do, Duncan Robinson usually tries to hold his own. And him being out there on the floor, his on-off numbers are ridiculous. Like our offensive rating, our 3-point numbers when he's on other than off the floor is ridiculous. So Duncan Robinson, for his expectations, I'm gonna give him a B. I would like to see that 3-point percentage go up, but I do think he's doing everything else right. Precious Achiuwa is the next player, and for Precious, I'm gonna also give Precious a B. I don't think he's blowing the competition out of the water as far as rookies go. We knew he was gonna be a project. He isn't a guy that's gonna come in and light the league up or anything like that. He's kind of like how Bam was. I'm trying to compare him to Bam as a rookie. That's what I'm trying to base him off of. I know he might not be as good as Bam, but he's showing very similar traits. I do think that his hustle, his energy is unmatched. I do think that he's a very good player to put in if you need to stop. When Bam was out, I don't know if y'all remember against the Sixers, he had a couple big games. I know Embiid, Embiid, he played good defense on Embiid, blocked his shot a couple times, but Embiid did have his career high that game. So regardless, I thought his defense was good on Embiid. I thought his defense was good, even though Embiid just overpowered him because he's so much bigger. I thought he played good defense. And I thought, I think he had a double-doubles those 2 games. He's a double-double machine, man. Precious Achiuwa is a double-double machine. So, he showed signs against the Sixers, and I think against the Hawks, the first game against the Hawks was probably his best game of the season. So he's coming into his own, man. He's going to be an important player for us in the future as long as we decide to keep him. Now, Avery Bradley, I'm gonna give him an incomplete or something like that, like NA, not available, because I haven't seen him on the court enough to make a judgment of how he fits our team. I think he's only played a couple games this year. He looked okay. His defense has always been amazing. He has the ability to knock the 3 down, kind of like a guard version of Jay Crowder is what I call him. He's that type of player. Kendrick Nunn, B+. I think Kendrick Nunn has been amazing. After his struggles in the bubble last year, he's definitely upped his game up. And yeah, Kendrick Nunn has been a big reason as to why we have resurrected our season. He's been having some great weeks recently, and he's been starting in that point guard position, and he's been flourishing. So shout out to Kendrick Nunn for that. Myers Leonard, incomplete. Haven't seen him on the court enough. Goran Dragic, I'm gonna give him a B. I do think that. Oh, this is tough. Do I want to give him a B+ or B? Y'all decide, man, because Goran Dragic is very interesting because he did miss a lot of time. But when he's been on the floor, I do think Goran Dragic has been a guy that we can rely on in crunch time. He's averaging 15 points per game. I don't know. I'm gonna give him a B+. Because I remember that Utah Jazz game in the clutch. He really showed up, Goran Dragic. So B+ for Goran Dragic. Same as Kendrick Nunn. He's been amazing off the bench for us. Andre Iguodala, I'm gonna give him a B. I want Iguodala, man. Like, amazing defense, some of the best hands in the NBA, great passer, does all the little things. We know what Iguodala's about. We know what Iggy's about. Very cerebral player, one of the smartest players in NBA history, and that's not an exaggeration. He definitely is. Mo Harkless, I'm gonna give a D. He has missed some time, but when he's been on the floor, he just hasn't really found a rhythm. Hopefully he can find a rhythm in the second half of the season, because we did sign him to be that stretch forward that he's really not getting that PT right now. KZ Okpala, when he's been on the floor, he's been solid, so I'll give him a C, but he just hasn't really got the minutes either. I'm gonna give him a C/C+, because I do think his defense has been very good when he's been on the floor, and he's been able to show flashes of what his game can be. Kelly Olynyk, I'm gonna also give a C/C+. I'm gonna give him a C+ though, higher than KZ. I'm gonna give KZ a C and Kelly a C+, because Kelly Olynyk, a lot of fans don't really like him, but and I'm not a big fan of Kelly either. I do think that he should be coming off the bench. But his team defense has improved. As a defender, one-on-one, he gets bodied up because he's not that type of post defender. He's a stretch 4, so he's not that post defender. But as a team defender, he's been pretty solid. He hasn't really shot the 3 well, but his on-off numbers are ridiculous. I do think his when the midseason, I think efficiency or something like that came out, when he's been on the floor, just him cutting to the basket and stuff, he's been having some good games. So C/C+ for Kelly. Gabe Vincent, I'm gonna give the same score as well. I'm gonna give him a C. Him and Max Strus will both get C's because they've exceeded expectations. I'm gonna give Max Strus a C plus actually. Gabe Vincent C, Max Strus C plus, because Max Strus saved us a couple times this season. Against the Rockets, he was excellent. I think some other games he was good too. Chris Silva hasn't really played. I don't even think I've seen Chris Silva play a game. I think he played against the Bucks when we were getting blown out. But apart from that, I don't know. UD, I'm gonna give an A plus 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 for being that great leader that he always is. And I think that's it for the Heat roster, man. Eric Spoelstra. This is interesting. What should I give Eric Spoelstra? Now, considering we had a lot of injuries this season, got off to a slow start, he was blamed a lot. Eric Spoelstra was someone that was blamed a lot by Heat fans, man. I know, I seen some of y'all, man. Like when we lost those games, y'all were flaming Spo. A lot of Heat fans were flaming Spo especially when we lost against like the Clippers. I think the Clippers, the Hornets, a lot of these games, Spo was getting some heat on Twitter. But from what he's had to work with, and from when we've got our player back, we're sitting at the 6th seed right now. I'm gonna give Spo a B. I think Spo deserves a B because his in-game coaching has still been very good. Eric Spoelstra is still, in my eyes, the best coach in the NBA. I don't really care what anyone says. To me, he's the best coach in the league. With what he has to, with the resources that he has at his disposal, he's done a good job, in my opinion, to get this team back to the playoffs. And we're only, I think, half a game or one game behind the 4 seed. So, great job by Spo to turn this around. Pat Riley, I don't really know. I'm based on the free agency signings, it hasn't been a great free agency so far. I'm gonna give it a C minus. But he has a chance to make some trades, which I think he will before the deadline. So yeah, I think that's where we're at right now, man. We got a good video. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this. And as usual, I'm gonna be doing videos every week about the Heat. And yeah, make sure y'all leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below what y'all thought about these grades. Give me your grades. Some of these I was struggling with, especially guys like Goran Dragic and Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. Some of these guys I can give B pluses, or some of these guys I can give B minuses. Like, it's all per opinion. And just because it's my opinion doesn't mean mine is right or yours is wrong. Everyone has their opinions, but make sure y'all leave a like and subscribe as usual, and comment down below what y'all thought. I'll see y'all later. Peace.